This week, life has been entering the hustle and bustle as assignments have been pouring in. But life had to go on. I went to the canteen of the Faculty of Engineering to try new dishes. On Monday, I joined a workshop about consent for freshmen. It contained a question-answering game. I was distributed a cool icon, a skeleton in an astronaut helmet. Then we watched a video called Tea and Consent. It used making tea and drinking tea as a metaphor of getting consent to sex. If they say no, thank you, then don't make them tea. Don't make them drink tea. After that, it was a group discussion and there were 5 people in my group. After a 5-minute silence, I was eager to break the ice and became the first one to share my opinion. One groupmate acted like a leader, interacting with me and even doing a presentation on behalf of our group, but 2 people kept silence for the whole process. The dead air was barely tolerable. At dinner time, I made meatballs with some fresh vegetables. That's not bad. Editing a resume and creating a LinkedIn profile were the only tasks I do at night. I tried to harness the skills which I had learned from the resume workshop. On Tuesday, I made myself a creative and palatable breakfast made of milk, eggs, white toast, and bananas. After mixing everything together and microwaving for about 4 minutes, you will have a dessert that tastes like a mixture of pudding and cake. Before lunch, I went to the Central Library to do some self-study and found that some of the spaces had been designed as boxes in some way to prevent interruption by others. They were full though, so I went to a normal table. After that, I went to Techno Edge, the canteen of the Faculty of Engineering, for a famous Western dish and an avocado milkshake. I will have them again next week. This English course aims at improving students' capability of academic writing, and it started from week 2. It was only the 2nd week. The library was so full that it took me a long time to find and wait for this vacancy. I went back to Techno to try the well-known chicken breast. The chicken was tender and vegetables were available. It took some effort for me to understand what professors were saying in evening class, but the story of his life at Cambridge is fascinating. He mentioned that Cambridge colleges were able to rebuild their buildings financially after accidents by selling fine wine in their cellars, even though they did not take out accident insurance. I went to the gym before 8 a.m. on Wednesday morning and there was no one there but me. I wore Monday, in fact it was Wednesday. It's refreshing to work up a sweat. After breakfast, I just stayed at home and didn't go to the libraries. I prepared fried rice with more fixings than rice for the 30 minutes interval between 2 courses. This seemed like an old friend. I had an urge to refill after night class. I want to show you this new and successful lunch, which is braised chicken wings with potatoes and cold buckwheat noodles with cucumbers. Since our classroom is next to the DAC canteen, I ordered a bitter gourd and fish fillet soup with noodles for dinner there. It is considerably sleepy, tired, and hungry when I attend the econometrics course from 6:30 to 9:30. Maybe next time I should prepare chocolate bars or drinks to keep me energized. I finally got my financial calculator and cannot wait to discover its powerful features. I have no class on Fridays and normally stayed at home to review and complete assignments. While checking my mailbox frequently, I eventually received my DBS debit card, but still had to wait for a PIN letter to activate my account. I spent the afternoon playing with a new piece of equipment in the gym to work on my arm muscles. Finally, my weekends were spent on assignments, with virtually no distinction between work days and weekends. So that's all of my week 2. See you next week.